good friend Senator Sifuna has talked about in terms of insinuation that perhaps we're just using the word broad-based to protect a conversation around this bill. Mr. Speaker, I think that it's a matter of fact from my side, and perhaps Senator Sifuna should understand that when I raised the issue of the biggest chunk of money that has not come here, it is an issue that has been blocked by law. The matter is in court. There is nothing we can do for a matter that is in court. He himself is a lawyer, and you know, Mr. Speaker, if he is indeed a lawyer who believes in broad-based, the way I know he believes in broad-based, and Mr. Speaker, you know, he wrote this broad-based, 10-point agenda, is my whip, Mr. Speaker. I didn't go to broad-based in my own volition. He whipped me into broad-based and made sure that I went there by signing this document, Mr. Speaker. On two issues.
Senator Eddy, sorry. Are you debating or you are raising a point of order?
No, the point of order
is
I said 101. And I'm dealing with 101 first, where my defense for this particular bill was insinuated to be a mere issue of we're in broad-based, let's just pass this.
Go to 105.
Okay. And let me just finish this because
go to 105 because that is the question Senator Sifuna was asking, a justification or explanation from the committee on some of those reductions.
Yeah, and I'm saying that 105 is a matter of fact in the sense that the RMLF that has been delayed because the matter is actively in court. It's not because of a broad-based issue, it's in court. In fact, he is, as a lawyer, should actually perhaps join the devolution family to go to court on behalf of those things that are being delayed by court, including compensation.
Senator Eddy, you've made your point. Take your seat. Senator Sifuna, part of the point of order, which I rule it's not a point of order, Senator Eddy, is an explanation as to the question you asked from the committee, that they ought to have given an explanation as to why part of that money has not been released. And you've got from the member that indeed there is a matter in court, and I believe that suffices to some extent as an explanation, which of course does not necessarily answer conclusively the concerns you've raised, which are entitled to you as a member of this House to raise in debating the report.
Speaker, I have dedicated my life to teaching these broad-based people. First of all, the stay in the Court of Appeal did not stop Parliament from legislating. There is no way a court can stop you from putting a schedule on a piece of legislation. That is what you should know. Luckily for you, you are my classmate at the University of Nairobi, so you know exactly what I am saying. Number two, the Senate was aware of that court case that was going on. We, in our wisdom, never removed the RMLF from the statute. So if tomorrow we wake up, for instance, Honorable Speaker, and that court order has been lifted, and you have a schedule here that does not have RMLF, then you start over the process again. The court did not stop you from doing your job as legislators and making laws. So understand these things, we know them. I know Senator Eddy is not a lawyer, so I'll forgive him. But what you need to do, Senator, as a member of this Finance Committee, please take time to explain to us. If I come here with a report of the County Public Accounts Committee, Honorable Speaker, or indeed the Energy Committee where I sit, I have a responsibility because I'm the one who interacted with those decisions and discussions to explain. All I asked, Speaker, is give us a rationale because these counties are not the same. Isiolo, Lamu, Nyandarua, Tana River, Tharaka Nithi, they are not the same. So how come when the National Assembly is reducing the money, it reduces across the board the same amount? What is the rationale? Because if you look at the initial allocation, Isiolo had been given only 60 million, right? Lamu has 121, which is almost double that. So even if there is a reduction, you would expect that it would be proportionate. Nobody has bothered to explain to us. They are just shouting here that you put the question, Honorable Chair. You have a responsibility to explain. You have a responsibility to explain. No, I have heard enough from laymen. Now let you listen to the lawyers now. I don't want your information. Speaker, we will fight for the family of devolution. This is what we saw here too. He would not be here telling me, oh, we are in broad-based. He would say takataka. Yes. So those of us who knew the man, allow us to tell you what he would have done. And I will keep reminding people. You know, Honorable Speaker, it has become fashionable for people to throw around this thing. Every single discussion that comes up, we in broad-based. We in broad-based. I want to remind them that the broad-based is based on a 10-point agenda, one of which, Honorable Speaker, was to ensure that county governments are fully financed, fully funded, and that devolution is protected. So when you run around with this thing, always remember that there's an agreement there that is the underpinning of that relationship. And if you do not do what that agreement says, then you cannot run around talking about broad-based. So those of you who like to run around with that thing, please read it. And Honorable Speaker, I have said here before that because even Baba himself told the country that I'm the one who wrote that thing, don't argue with me about its contents. I know exactly what it says. I know exactly what the spirit was. I know exactly what the intention of that agreement was. So, Honorable Speaker, if you see a reduction in amounts that are going to counties of that magnitude, I, as SG of ODM, as a senator, sworn to protect devolution, I must raise the alarm. Let us not hear excuses from the Finance Committee. Let us not hear excuses for the Finance Committee. Which financial year will this Senate ever put its foot down and say, you give us all or nothing? Let the county governments shut down the way that he has said here. Because they're always blackmailing us with a shutdown of county governments. One of these financial years, we should put our foot down and say, give us what we deserve or stay with all of it, if you don't want devolution to work. So, Honorable Speaker, for me, the committee must put its foot down and get explanations from the National Assembly as to why these decisions were made.